Hi everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be seeing if I can dupe the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector for you. This beloved product is relied on by many to brighten up any discoloration under their eyes, any dark circles, any shadowing, and just make everything look smooth and perky and perfected. People have been stockpiling this, people don't know what they're going to do without it. I'm going to see if I can find you a dupe. Beauty Pie have a very similar product called the Superluminous Undereye Genius Corrector. I am going to apply one product under one eye, one under the other eye, do a wear test, share my thoughts, let you know if I think I found a dupe. Can you tell which is under which eye? If you want to see, then keep on watching. Let's compare. So I'm going to do the OG Becca product on this side of my face, and I'm going to pop the Beauty Pie product on this side of my face. I will swatch them side by side to start off with so you can see how similar they are. So this is what the products look like. They look almost identical to me in the monitor. The Becca one is slightly bigger. It does contain half a gram more product. This is the Becca one and this is the Beauty Pie one. They are both in the shades light medium. Again, looking almost identical on the hand. Hard for me to remember which one is which. So we have the Beauty Pie one here and the Becca one here. The only skin prep I've done today is just use a Too Faced Hangover primer, and that's all I've used. I've done that really deliberately because these under eye colour correctors are like an extra step, if you like, in your routine, so I didn't want to do layers upon layers and risk any pilling. So I just used this one, which is a really kind of moisturising primer, so I've tried to cut out my steps. I haven't used an eye cream because I just want the texture underneath both eyes and the tone just to be purely reflected from the under eye correctors. This is a scientific experiment, people. For the Becca, it is instructing me to warm the product up between the fingertips, then pat gently under the eye, starting from the outer corner, blending inward. Okay, I'll just do one swirl in each pot to make it fair. The Becca one does say to use as part of their 3-step under eye system, which includes the primer, the under eye priming balm, this product, as well as the setting powder. I'm not going to do that today because I think that would give the Becca an unfair advantage over the Beauty Pie, but I do use that system in my Becca dedicated video, which I will link below. So I am going to warm this up between the fingers, and like they direct, I'm going to start at the outer corner and work inwards, and I'm going to use the same, as much as I can, amount of product from each little tub, just so I'm getting a really fair application. So instantly I am seeing a brightened, more illuminated under eye area that melts in pretty easily. The difference between my two eyes in the mirror is quite dramatic. I hope you can see it on camera. So here is the eye where I have the Becca product, and here is the eye where I have nothing. I am seeing a much more even tone, less colour difference between my under eye and the rest of my face. On this side I see much more darkness, and I'm seeing a radiance and a smoothness that I'm not having under this eye. This OG beloved Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector is a bestseller for them. It has 4.5 stars. It claims to be a full coverage colour corrector that uses light to brighten dark under eye circles. It comes in 2 shades, light to medium, which is a pearlized peachy pink, and medium to deep, which is a rich pearlized apricot. It uses backlight technology and infuses peach and apricot toned colour correctors with light reflecting illuminators that deflect light away from dark circles under the eyes. Vitamin E nourishes, while flexible colour corrector cream smooths the skin around the eyes and creates an even base for concealer. Their product is vegan and PETA certified. Wow, this is basically sold out everywhere in the UK at the moment. There's a couple on eBay for £35, and they are actually selling this on 9th Avenue for £65. Supply and demand, hey. So it is available on uk.9thavenue.com for £65. That's a little bit cheeky, I think. So Becca have said they will be restocking their products until they close in September, I believe. I believe they'll be releasing more of this because honestly, they'd be really, really silly not to, because people are buying this by the boatload. It's a really, really loved product for good reason. You get 4.5 grams in here. It's brilliant. It does what it says. It brightens up the under eye fantastically. So if you love this, I think they probably will restock before September. However, if they don't worry too much, because for the same price as this, £21, I found a dupe which is even cheaper if you are a member of Beauty Pie. Beauty Pie make this dupe and it's around £7 if you are a member. So I'm going to go ahead and demo this one under my other eye for you. This one you just get 4 grams, so the Becca one was a little bit more economical. Is that a clean finger? I will just swirl that once. I prefer the texture of the Beauty Pie one. That's what it looks like. Okay, so this says over an eye cream, which I haven't done today, and I've explained why. Add a little bit of Superluminous Undereye Genius onto your ring finger, and this says to pat gently from the inner eye towards the outwards to seal in moisture, hydrate and brighten the look of dark circles. It says to apply concealer on top, and you can reapply this throughout the day if you need to, which is interesting. They don't make that claim for the Becca one. Again, it says warm up. You can apply another layer over concealer for more luminosity, and it doesn't say that under the Becca one. So right off the bat, it sounds like this product is more versatile than the Becca one. It takes a little bit more work, I'm finding, to melt in than the Becca one. The result is looking really similar. Here's the Beauty Pie one, and here is the Becca product. I feel that the Becca one right off the bat is actually bringing a bit more coverage and a bit more luminosity than the Beauty Pie one. So to me, it seems like you will need to use a little bit more of the Beauty Pie one to get the same effect. I know I was going to use just the same amount under each eye, but I can see that the Becca one is giving me a bit more coverage. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to build up this Beauty Pie one with one more small layer just to see if it will build up as much as the Becca one, and if I can get a similar result. It's really interesting using these products side by side. Again, very, very similar results, but I don't know about you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I still think this Becca side has more coverage than the Beauty Pie side. But overall, they are really, really similar. Can you tell a difference? So we have Becca and we have Beauty Pie. Even though I said that Becca one gave me slightly more coverage, honestly, the effect is so similar. And interestingly, despite the fact that I put 2 layers of the Beauty Pie one Can you see? The Becca one has creased much more than the Beauty Pie side. So for that reason, at this point, despite the fact it's slightly less coverage, I am recommending the Beauty Pie. The Beauty Pie one also has a lot of benefits, which I will share with you now. It also comes in 2 shades, a light medium and a medium deep. It's such a dupe for Becca. So this one also has 4.5 stars on the Beauty Pie website. It claims to be anti-fatigue dark circle lifting underwear. It is wake up makeup for dark circles under the eyes, formulated with essential fatty acids to moisturize and smooth fine lines, linoleic acid and vitamin E for delicate skin barrier repair, MDI complex to reduce dark circles and maintain skin's barrier, and high-tech anti-fatigue brightening micro pearls to instantly scatter light. Layer it over your eye cream and under a skin tone matching concealer for all day long bright eyes. Choose light medium for blue toned dark circles, which I definitely have, or medium deep for brown toned dark circles. This one is also cruelty free for all skin tones. And this one, along with vitamin E, it also has those other skincare benefits, those fatty acids. So the Beauty Pie one seems to have more of a skincare benefit than the Becca one, which just has the vitamin E. And it's also got those brightening pearls that the Becca one has. The Becca one feels a lot more tacky than the Beauty Pie side. I would say they both look equally luminous. The light bouncing effect from under each eye looks very similar. I wonder if they're using the same kind of technology. But the Becca one just gives that bit more coverage. However, with more coverage comes more creasing. So what I will do now, I will apply my Complexion products on camera so we can see how they layer over each product. I didn't think it would be fair to use a foundation from either Becca or Beauty Pie in case they'd formulated their products to work together. So I'm just going to use my go-to base, which is the It Cosmetics CC Cream, Your Skin But Better, in the shade Fair Light. So I'll just take 1 pump of that at first and kind of build slowly. Interesting to see how, and I'll apply like I always do. I apply foundation first with fingertips and then bouncing with a sponge, and this CC cream gives a lovely kind of luminescent base as well. The foundation seems to be smoothing well over both sides so far, looking good under both the eyes. I will get my sponge involved. It's just a pre-dampened sponge. Wow, that's gone really nicely over the Beauty Pie side. Doesn't seem to be blending quite as smooth over the Becca side. That just seemed a little bit trickier to blend. But no major problems on either side. Okay, interesting. Now the Beauty Pie side is creasing more than the Becca side. Now that I've got the foundation on. These are like 2 horses in a race that are kind of neck and neck. And one keeps pulling out slightly above the other. They're so similar, guys. I honestly think that Beauty Pie have created such a good dupe. Okay, so there I am with 1 pump of base, and this is the Becca eye, and here we have the Beauty Pie eye. I think they're so similar, but I will say Becca has given me a smidge more coverage. This eye to me looks slightly more colour corrected than this eye. I'm going to go for one more pump of foundation just to get my imperfections covered and my base glowing. I absolutely love this product. It smells like lemon meringue pie. It has SPF 50. It's full coverage, but it looks so natural. I'm in love. It's my most reached for base. I will just buff in again with a sponge. So both these products have layered really well over the Too Faced primer and under the It Cosmetics CC cream. Okay, again we have got more creasing on the Beauty Pie side. Wait till I'll just tap out. Which is really interesting because it initially creased less. So I would say if you're having a no makeup day where you're not applying a base over the product, the Beauty Pie one might sit better. However, the Becca one seems to build better with other products. Okay, so there I am with my base. 2 pumps over each of those products. Here we've got the Becca, here we've got the Beauty Pie. As both products say that you should layer underneath a concealer, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Overachiever concealer. This is in the shade Meringue. I love this tip. Applicator. I know that the Beauty Pie said that you should use with a skin tone matching concealer. This is maybe a tiny bit lighter than my skin. It's got such a nice cooling metal. Oh my gosh, that massage feels so nice. Okay, put quite a lot of concealer on there, but it'll be a good test to see how well these products layer. So I will blend those in with the same sponge I did my foundation with. Got an eyelash. So interesting. Wow, it seems to melt in much better on Make-A-Wish. I can't tell you what it is or it won't come true. Seems to be melting in so much better on the Beauty Pie side. It's looking a lot more cakey on the Becca side to me, and I do feel like I put a pretty equal amount of concealer on both sides, but it's blended in pretty decent on both sides. So here we have it with base, product and concealer. This is the Becca side, this is the Beauty Pie side. Now I think the Becca one looks much better. I thought I'd found a dupe, but I'm not so sure. So at this stage in the game, I think that the Becca side looks a lot better than the Beauty Pie side. What do you guys think? I see more discoloration and more of a sunken appearance on this Beauty Pie side. Wow, oh my gosh, I'm starting to sweat. Maybe the Becca side is irreplaceable. Maybe I need to stockpile. When I use these separately, I thought I much preferred the Beauty Pie one. I just preferred the experience. But looking at them side by side, I would say Becca is superior. I am going to set down both these eyes with an under eye setting powder. This is the McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Under Eye Blurring Powder. So I'm just going to do, this is a gorgeous powder. If you don't use too much, if you use too much, can get a bit cakey. Oh, again, Becca's creasing a little. And the Beauty Pie creased a little bit too. Becca is creasing a lot more. Am I sad that I find this so interesting? Okay, so I now have primer, under eye corrector, concealer, CC cream and under eye powder under both eyes. The sunlight's coming through with the window on this side, on the Beauty Pie side, so I don't know if that's what was affecting my judgment. Oh gosh, now I think I prefer the Beauty Pie side. Now I'm thinking this one looks better. The Beauty Pie side is definitely less heavier. I see more wrinkles on the Becca side now I've put that powder on. Not sure if you can see on camera, but I'm seeing a few wrinkles on this side that are not visible on this side. However, I'm a side sleeper and I do sleep on this side, so it is possible I just have more wrinkles on this side. I think this side doesn't look as cakey. So for the increased coverage you're getting with the Becca, the payoff is it looks a little bit more cakey and a little bit less natural than the kind of lighter coverage of the Beauty Pie side. I'm seeing more luminosity shining through that powder on the Beauty Pie side, and at this stage I slightly prefer the Beauty Pie side. However, I don't know what you think, but they are so similar. I have Becca under this eye and Beauty Pie under this eye. I'm going to go away and do the rest of my makeup off camera and I'll be right back. I am back, fully made up. If you are interested in the makeup I'm wearing, I will list that in the description bar for you. So, what's the verdict? Okay, essentially, they're so similar. The differences are so small. The Beauty Pie side did crease a lot more when I was applying the makeup, but I've experienced creasing from both products. I will say again, guys, they are so similar. What do you think? This is the Becca side and this is the Beauty Pie side. I'm finding it really hard to tell them apart. If I had to, I would say the Becca side has slightly more coverage, but it looks slightly more cakey. And again, the Beauty Pie side looks slightly more natural, but slightly less coverage. But honestly, I won't be able to tell the difference in a blind challenge, I don't think. They are so similar. So at this point, I would say these products are almost equivalent. I will go about my day, I will do some check-ins and a wear test and see how they both progress over the day to see if my opinion changes. However, at the moment, the difference is so small it seems churlish to point it out, but I'd say the Becca one gives slightly more coverage but looks slightly less natural than the Beauty Pie side. What do you think? I'm going to come back and check in with you guys in a few hours. See you then. I am back to do a 3-hour check-in. So I've refreshed the rest of my makeup, with the amazing Hourglass Veil Retouching Fluid. If you want to see me demoing this, I will link my video on this bad boy below. I've also reapplied my lip gloss, but I purposefully left my under eye area alone so I can give you the tea. Okay, so both eyes are looking similar to me. Under this eye I have the Becca product, and under this eye I have the Beauty Pie. What do you think? Pretty similar in terms of where I see more creasing under the Becca side. There is a little bit of creasing under the Beauty Pie side as well. Both of my eyes have kind of more emphasis on the lines than if I hadn't used one of these products, just because it's quite a thick, kind of creamy thick product, which is going to draw attention to those lines, because I just put so many layers of makeup on today. I had the primer, I had this, I had concealer, CC cream, under eye setting powder, facial setting powder. It's a lot of layers and my lines are enhanced. If you want to avoid that, I would go for something like the Laura Mercier Secret Under Eye Brightening Powder, because you're not going to add as much weight as you are with a product like this, but it does have that light reflecting property. It blurs everything, but it's just not quite as heavy. So if you have very mature skin, maybe these are not going to work for you. Again, maybe the Becca side has a smidgen more coverage and a smidgen more cakiness, but pretty close to identical in terms of how they look. I think I might prefer the Beauty Pie side slightly because it's just a tiny bit less cakey, but they haven't moved much, maybe just a little fading on each side. So at the 3 hour mark they are both wearing well and are basically identical. Hard to tell the difference, to be quite honest. I will keep wearing this for the rest of the day and check in to give you my final thoughts. I am back and I have been wearing these under eye correctors for 8 hours. This is the Becca side and this is the Beauty Pie side. What do you think? I think they are both looking remarkably similar. I think perhaps my fine lines under my eyes are slightly more visible on this side, but I did do a double layer, if you recall, of the Beauty Pie. I'm also thinking that my lines might be highly visible because I did use 2 powders. I used that Pat McGrath powder to set under my eyes, and I also used the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder. I do not get along with this powder, guys. Everyone seems to love it, but I always find it makes me look a bit cakey. I don't think it's worn particularly well. So if you have any tips on how to make that powder work, please pop them down below for me in the comments. Yeah, and I do think the Becca gives ever so slightly more coverage than the Beauty Pie one, but other than that I think they are pretty much identical. I think that the Beauty Pie is a really close dupe for the Becca. Like I say, if you're not a member of Beauty Pie, this one costs £21 for 4 grams, whereas this is £21 for 4.5 grams, so it's not quite as good value. If you are in the club, prices vary, but this one is around £7 if you are a member of Beauty Pie, so really affordable. If you love this, I don't think you'll be disappointed at all too much if you have to purchase this once Becca are out of business, because it is so similar. So that's one Becca product that I don't think we need to worry about too much. I'm just going to see if I can refresh under my eyes with this Hourglass retouching veil because this product is so good at just refreshing makeup. I will just dot it on under there and blend in with my fingers. This stuff is so magical. I just wish that the bottle was bigger. It is magic. So whereas my lines were highly visible before, that has just really minimised them once again. Really good stuff. The last thing I'm going to do is, because the Beauty Pie one says you can use this throughout the day over makeup, I'm going to give it a go and then see if the Becca will build over makeup as well. So again, I'm just going to get a little bit, warm it between my fingers, pop on. I do prefer the texture of the Beauty Pie over the Becca. I think the Beauty Pie one is a little bit more peach and the Becca's a little bit more pink. There they are again, side by side, but really similar. So I've added another layer of the Beauty Pie one and that has built up lovely. I will do the same thing on the other side with the Becca because I'm just curious to see if this one's buildable as well. I feel like it will be because the formulas are so very similar. Again, pat that under my eye. I want to make sure I've got a clean finger to blend it in with. Yeah, I don't think it melts in quite as well as the Beauty Pie one because it does have that bit more coverage. So here I am with another layer of the Becca on this side and another layer of the Beauty Pie on this side. So here are my final thoughts. These two products are extremely similar. The Becca one is a slightly thicker consistency and gives a hint more coverage. The Beauty Pie one is a slightly thinner consistency and looks that little bit more natural. They both bring a lovely amount of luminosity underneath the eyes. This contains vitamin E to condition the skin, and this contains a host of other skincare ingredients. They are very comparable on price if you are not a member of Beauty Pie. If you are a member of Beauty Pie, this one is much more affordable than this one. So if you absolutely love this one and it's your holy grail and you've tried this, then by all means stock up. If you like this, I would suggest giving this a go because it's so similar. It basically does the same thing except for those tiny little differences that I described to you earlier. So thanks for being with me today, guys. Now I want to know what you think. So have you tried either of these products? Will you be trying this now that I've shown you that I think it's dupe worthy? Or are you loyal to this one? Do you know of any other products that are similar that I'm not aware of? Please share your thoughts down below and I will catch you in the next video. Bye guys.